What's up, guys? Thanks so much for stopping by the channel again today. We're continuing our series of reviews for the Kill Team Arena missions here. We started off with Hidden Vault. We're continuing on here with Secure the Delivery Sites, which is definitely a very fun one. So the little background story to it is, as it says in the text here, an armorium that is due to receive a large delivery of munitions by servo drones has been assaulted by an enemy force intent on stealing the supplies. A nearby kill team has been redirected to intercept them and ensure the ammunition is received by its rightful owners. So it's a mission for 2 players, although with some work you could adjust it for more than that. But each player chooses 3 arena objectives as is described on page 20. And again, we'll have a series covering the arena book and all that stuff itself as well coming forward, or moving forward. And musters a battle forged kill team as described on page 18 of Kill Team Arena. So the battlefield itself is it's played in Killzone Armorium Stockpile. Create the battlefield and set up terrain exactly as shown on pages 12 through 13 of Arena. We'll take a look at the back of the card as well because it does show a map there. And then set up 6 objective markers as shown on the reverse of this card. There is no scouting phase, so we can skip that. Deployment, both players will roll off and the loser of the roll-off chooses which deployment zone will be their own. The other player gets the other zone, essentially. The players then take it in turns to deploy one model from their kill team, alternating back and forth with starting with the player who lost. Models must be set up wholly within their deployment zone, and if you run out of models, then basically just skip until everyone's got their stuff out. Once the players have set up, then you're basically done with deployment, and then we start the battle. So 4 rounds for this. So again, not as is pretty typical with these missions, but so you don't have all that much time to essentially mess around. So, but what are the victory conditions? How do we win this? That's what we got to focus on. So, victory conditions or points, are scored for the following. So, take and hold. So at the end of the battle round, player scores 1 victory point for each of the following conditions that they satisfy, max 3. Control 1 or more objectives. And again, this is one of the fun things with Kill Team 2 is, both players can be scoring points at the same time, so it's not just an all or nothing. So that keeps some of these games a little bit tighter, potentially. You get, if you control 2 or more, and then also if you control more than the opponent. So a player may not score more than 9 victory points total for the whole mission. So basically kind of a race to 9, but both players could theoretically achieve that. And then the arena objectives are as follows. So you got death from afar, engage on all fronts, recon sweep, scout the field, and thin their ranks. So again, we'll cover all that stuff in separate series there. And then you also have divert drones. So at the end of the battle round, score 1 victory point if you control 2 objective markers closest to the center of the battlefield. And then also at the end of the battle, the player with the most victory points is the winner, as you would expect. But if there's a tie, whichever player controls most objective markers at the end of the battle is the winner. And then if there's still a tie, it's a draw beyond that. So let's take a look at what the map actually looks like on this, guys, and then that'll kind of make that make sense. So you have that here, and again, a pretty interesting setup. So we have the 2 deployment zones relatively close to each other, across from each other there, but again, walled action if you can afford to do it with your terrain. Some various crates and stuff as normal, and various doors and all that, but we have 2 sort of center objectives here, and then the player side ones are sort of staggered a little bit opposite each other. So you have a closer one, or fairly close one to your table edge, and then another one that's a little bit further out towards center, and then vice versa on the opposing player's deployment side, I should be saying. So if we kind of look at it like this as well, that kind of helps set that up. So you have a grand total of 6 out here, 3 each. So just really, again, going for the things that you can manage to do. Again, you got to keep in mind what your kill team is, what they are good at doing. So are they more long range, short, medium range? Are they more good at combat? Are they fast? Things like that. So it doesn't make sense to make plays for objectives that you're probably never going to reach anyway, or that are highly risky to get to. So do the things that you can score, focus on that while trying to mitigate what the opponent is good at as well. Keep in mind of avenues of approach, lines of sight, and all that stuff. And again, do what you need to do to score more points than the opponent. So again, don't put yourself in bad situations chasing after objectives or other ways to score points that are going to be, again, tough or most likely put you in bad situations. So in some cases, it doesn't hurt to play conservative a little bit and just go with what you know for sure you can score while keeping the opponent kind of at bay and thinning their ranks. Now, that being said, if you are up model count wise and you feel like you've got the ability to do it, then you might chase after multiple more objectives and again just try and score extra points that way. But again, there's no need to take unnecessary risks. So again, just paying attention to the way you score, and again, keep in mind the arena objectives too. So just working on that will hopefully steer you towards victory. But nonetheless, a fun scenario that does offer a lot of or forces you to think about a lot of different things here, because you have all those objectives, and depending on exactly how you set up the terrain and all that, that will play into that as well. Now, that being said, as it says, it is a a two-player scenario, but again, with some conversion work and maybe even playing on a slightly bigger table, it could be fun to try this as a 3 or 4 player even. So again, you just got to change some things around, but that could be interesting too, and certainly add to the intensity of the battle. And it doesn't always work, but even like cramming 4 players into like a small map, like a kill team map, can work out or it can't. Just it depends, but it certainly forces some fast and furious action there. But nonetheless, again, primarily we're looking at these as essentially 1v1 scenarios meant for competitive play, as is the purpose of Arena. So that being said, let us know in the comments, guys. What is your luck been so far with playing this mission? What kind of kill teams have you had success with, versus what type of opponents? Where have you stumbled? Things that you feel like you need to do better in the scenario. Anything you feel like that maybe could use some tweaking as far as the rules go. Things like that. Let us know in the comments, guys. We'd be happy to hear from you. And stay tuned for more, again, kill team content. We're gonna have a whole lot coming here for you guys over the next several weeks, followed also by some battle reports. So we got a whole lot to cover there. Again, thanks so much for stopping by, guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We do appreciate you. That helps us grow the channel. And again, thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you in the next review.